Because your game Akoyan is too strong. It is not only possible to kill everything instantly. Even his pets became furious. In return, you cannot log Oi out of the game. Your mother is virtual. Oya domineering male lead's name is Shinya. After the Arduous battle against the Demon King, he was transported to another world. Buyout Sayorpri's brother. This is still the same world buyout 500 years later. The male lead doesn't know what to say anymore. First he opened the control panel to see if I can log Oi out. Or not unexpectedly what caught his eyes at this moment. Skill score it increases like new download hack. Buyout the main character is not happy. Because he can't log Oi out. He Toyota boy out his brother named Kirito. I see everything as meaningless. He tried to kill the Demon King to show the game exit buyout. Buyout the game took me to another world. Fyauk. Damn it, your cheeks are so spicy. Instead of thinking too much buyout getting nothing, the male lead decided to take a break. So he summoned his homing pigeon. On the way he saw a town. There is even a castle in it. The male lead is very curious to boy out what's in that castle. While thinking, he found his base on the moon. Buyout as soon as I got home. I see 3 Thayugs. The Gyoi is harassing a goblin girl. When the girl was pulled Oi out of the barrier by them. Sayorson girl activated. Attracts nearby monsters to attack. The 3 Thayugs were so scared that they ran away. The male lead saw the girl a boy out to be devoured by the monster. I heard and immediately became a hero. To save immediately the pig stopped receiving the lunchbox. The male lead also realized you can use magic to extract power. And it still feels real. Then the elf took the male lead back to the store. She thought the male lead knew her master. This made the girl suspicious. Because her boss is the manager of Suni's store. It is Kirito family's name in this country. Hearing this name, the male lead also feels familiar. For Suni is one of the supporting characters in his game. What happened after he defeated the Demon King? So he asked the girl where Suni was. Buyout the girl said the male lead was very shady. Buyout if you want me to send a message, I will help. Buyout one-time sending message recures 1000 VND. The male lead said he had no money. He only has old world money. The girl heard and was immediately shocked. The main character can take Oi out money from the inventory. He was surprised because this was normal. The girl said there are only a very few kings. Only nobles or elders can do it. And even more surprising is, money is something that can enhance magic. The money that the male lead has is very valuable. The male lead was speechless. This is not a currency. Smallest in Zhao game. Since when did it become so valuable? The girl is very confused not knowing who the main character is. The male lead said he was just an explorer. These words again. I reuse the girl's surprise. Biku's human level Cao A has been extinct for a long time. Their glory was 500 years ago. That day at Tusk everything suddenly disappeared. The male lead immediately understood the problem. Then he joined the game of death. And 10,000 people can't log Oi out. And after defeating the Demon King, everyone has exited the game after finishing the level. Buyout you are the only one who was teleported here. After understanding the siren's situation, the male lead gave the girl a gold coin. As a thank you gift for the information. The girl is a little unbelievable. AOW can there be a fool? Who can give away sour capricious thing? The male lead is speechless. The male lead seems not to care or boy out this money. The girl also happily accepted. Because elves can use magic too. The main character thinks this is a good gift. Buyout these words made the girl feel unbelievable. Because her master had clearly used magic. Magic helps her change her appearance. Buyout still discovered by the male lead that she was a goblin. The male lead is confused. Why did she have to change her appearance? The girl explained that because of the goblin. Black hair is a symbol of something. Bad luck will bring endless disaster. She was banished from the village because of this. And it was the owner Suni who saved her. Not only create protective barriers, the owner also uses magic to hide her true appearance. This helped the girl live 100 years in peace. The male lead understood. Looks like the reason she was just a monster. Attack is due to this source. Then the male lead wanted to help the girl break the source. Buyout the girl said that her master had already investigated. Can't find any reason. So she gave Yup. Even if she can't go outside the barrier. As long as she can live without using Triubal, give it to someone else. Buyout. What she didn't expect was the male lead is a game hacker. Just click on skill analysis. The use of the Sios was found out immediately, so the male lead raised his hand and cleansed the Sios. The Sios has haunted the girl for hundreds of years. Immediately removed. Buyout. One thing failed. That Sios has been lifted. Buyout. The girl's hair color only recovered slightly. Buyout. She cried in happiness. The chaos of the Sios, she churned into black hair. Now after 100 years. She also saw her original hair color. She still doesn't believe the Sios has been lifted. So the male lead invited the girl to go outside the barrier to test it. The girl was very scared at first. Buyout. The main character said that whether it's Godzilla or Kong, if I appear, I will defeat you all. With the male lead's comfort, girl steps out of the barrier after a long time hiding in the house. After walking for 2.5 minutes, still no mosquito dares to bite her. It seems the Sios has really been lifted. Girl moved to tears. Because it's been a long time since she saw the sky so vast. Then both returned home. Because listening to her master will not come back here. So he decided to visit the nearby towns. He took the opportunity to find a boy out the situation of this era. And I think if Suni was alive, maybe you will meet some other friends. The girl heard and immediately took out a letter of introduction. Just have this. He can enter the kingdom smoothly. Male lead. I thought this was just a regular letter of recommendation. Unexpectedly, this thing seems more effective than imagined. He entered the kingdom directly without QEOing. City guards even personally escorted him. Only when you top VIP can you get this letter. I'm just kidding. Even if you want to meet the king, you only need one word. Then the male lead went to the Adventures Guild to collect 10 pieces of information. Then this is the easiest way. So he did the procedure and registered. Then go to the lobby. I didn't expect to have a letter of recommendation. Was discovered again. The president of the Adventures Guild personally came to the door. He wanted to see if his letter was genuine. The test is also very simple. You just need 2 clothes together and it will glow. There is no doubt that your letter is genuine. Because the letter of recommendation plays a very important role. To travel to most countries without censorship. You can also go to many states, different associations smoothly. And in some countries, you can even meet the king directly. So there are many people who want to steal letters for profit. The president is not talking nonsense anymore. Directly want to solo with you. Because chickens don't deserve this letter. The male lead said there's nothing to be shy about. Come here and hide. The next day, the male lead has received an Adventures card, which he asked for yesterday. And he also changed into a cheap outfit to not attract attention. Is a novice explorer. The male lead cleverly accepted the task of collecting 10 medicinal herbs. Suddenly he met a high-level monster. Just got the job of picking up trash. Buyout met a level 359 skeleton knight. Also delicious, ready for you to test strength. The male lead took out a very cheap sword. Just boyed it right forward. What a great move. And the monster is holding an elemental sword. Light. The male lead has never been seen before. I think this might be a unique monster. Mr. Lao came and slashed it 3 times and it was still unharmed. The male lead is thinking whether to shout it again or not. Like this time he removed his self-limitation. Tune into Sayupa Ian. I just need 1 shot. The monster has fallen asleep. Just because he wanted to take its sword. Buyout. No money to buy. After killing the monster, unexpectedly, it attracted the attention of the royal family. And they simultaneously investigated. Turns out the male lead was fighting a skeleton. He accidentally knocked the monster's sword away. Accidentally, it flew into the princess's living room. The princess immediately ordered a search for the person who threw the sword, not for revenge. Buyout. She just wanted to see who that person was. Just because that sword has very strong light magic. It is very precious, more wonderful than the sword of the country. The male lead heard the announcement, a sad smile on the face. When he returned to the Adventures Guild, found that the whole group considered the skeleton as priority, and issued a quest for all adventures. Then the main character calmly take out the gem dropped by the skeleton. He said he killed that monster. A girl at the reception desk was shocked. It was a GUI she never thought of. They need all the power of the state association to deal with this monster. I can't believe you killed it alone. So to determine if the male lead is lying or not, the girl immediately took the gem to be appraised. While having dinner waiting for the assessment results, a man walked up to him. Everyone looked at him with horror. The male lead also noticed the weapon in his hand. It is a legendary weapon called the Demonic Spear Venom. Can be invisibly transformed, turn the enemy's vitality into one's own strength. This is why everyone is afraid of him. And him, I heard that the male lead killed the monster. His bones counted down dead monsters. He sat talking a boy out his interests and fears. In 2 hours. The male lead was so bored that he ran off to eat dirty skewers. There was a beast girl looking at him right now. Brother, give me a skewer. Buy out then, the man from earlier appeared again. Chorn's oi out the little girl was a kid from an orphanage. The baby loves to sneak oi out to play. He came here Joust to take my home when he said goodbye to the main character. The little girl silently ran to him and whispered to him. We have to rescue a fox in the north. Although the male lead was quite surprised by this statement, buyout he still decided to go see. Whatever. Even with traps he is invincible. Buyout before that, he went to the Moon Temple. I want Tiora to send a letter to Snee. Then pull oi out a sword. Said that as long as Snee still remembers this sword, we'll definitely go back and talk to him. Tiora glanced and realized it was an antique. The moment she saw it, she felt like she was a boy out to be swallowed by it. Then the male lead explained a boy out it. She thinks it is because use of the influence of its material. The 3 materials used to forge this sword are the fangs of the black dragon, sea beast scales and fox tears. When Tira heard a boy out these 3 types of monsters, she understood them right away. Joust Bacayu's 3 monsters were chosen by the male lead. All mythical creators. Then the male lead gave her some envelopes. Tell her if there is any news a boy out see. Joust use it to send him a message. This thing works like a mailbox in the game. Buyout it may not be limited by distance. The male lead also tried to send a letter to Cindy last night. Buyout failed. Because if you want to forward this letter to the other side, at least meet once. It's over. The male lead goes north. Soon he saw a temple. When he entered he found a little fox. Looks like this is where Millie is talking a boy out. He checked and found oi out it was Joust Siost. So Joust a purification spell. Simply removed. Walk on the fox. Buyout he was not caught off guard by this. Because there are a lot of monsters on the map. The temple is surrounded by a large skeleton monster. They also have some small minions. I just need one move to send them all to the ground. After clear all skeletons. He discovered that the 2 fox statues, emitting black light. Then it shattered. Transform into 2 giant one-horned foxes. Level 674. Tall and cute smart. Directly use illusion to trap male lead in the black mist, so that he could not see its exact location. Buyout the little fox from earlier came to the main character. He did as the fox told him. He happened to see that ray of light. It is the magic circle of the little fox. The male lead immediately jumped on it. Look from this angle. The male lead saw 2 foxes hiding. Immediately 2 foxes ran towards him. Buyout it's too late. Link Ho Kyuong used this trick to deal with it. The stab throughout disaster after defeating 2 demon foxes. Then the male lead checked the little fox. He discovered that this little fox is actually a fox elf. This is the highest level mythical beast in the game. It is top server. It will transform into human form or a giant fox. I never see Sayed Kasai out version. And after the little fox was rescued by the male lead, it also chooses to follow the main character and become his pet. Disney also received a message from Tira. She wondered why Tira had magic items. After acquiring the Sayupa pet, he decided to conceal its identity. The male lead decided to make a contract with it. By this way, the level and race of the fox elf will not be displayed. The male lead's name is Xenia. Someone told me yesterday that I always call him Nam Chin. Then the two collided. After chanting, on the arms of both sides appeared flying birds. So that completes the procedure to make a pet for the main character. Then he named the fox Yaozua. At this time, Tiora also sent a message to him. She said the information had been sent to Snee by using the letter that the male lead gave. The male lead also suddenly realized, if you ask her to send it right away, it will save time. Anyway, I met her then. The male lead asked Tiara to text him hello. Then he returned to the Adventures Guild. This time what a coincidence, both sisters are here. Both sisters want to reserve tickets to Sayuport the male lead. The last Celica gained the initiative because he was closer to the male lead. One report, I just finished breaking the seal at the temple and encountered the Youndead army. At this moment he looked up at the commission board. A tryout named as a beneficiary, skills that caught his attention. There is no level limit for this quest. And the bonus is also very high. The male lead thought that there might else be something hidden within this mission. The proposer is the Chayach orphanage. The male lead remembers the last time he went to Chayach and met Millie and her have been given the mission to save the fox. The male lead thinks sometimes, what if I get another good mission? So he decided to go to Chayach to learn more about the situation. Go to Chayach. The Noon responded immediately. The male lead is the one who sees the Xiao commission mission. The male lead also asked where Millie was. The Noon is a bit wary of the male lead. Then the Noon led the male lead to the living room to wait. Now Millie. Ryan straight to the Soyuth and hug him. Millie is shy buyout so close to the male lead. Noon thinks the male lead is not a bad person. Two people started introducing each other. Noon named Chia. Buyout the male lead doesn't care. I told Millie first. Ask Millie see the white fox on the head. Is this the person you want to save? Millie is right bro. Then the male lead also said to the fox. Millie is the one who asked me to help her. The next step is to find out the details of the trials joust now. Because the Siren world is different from the original game. Not many people have VIP skills. What the Chayach often needs are healing skills. Buyout this time the situation is different. Because the ex-priest's niece is in dire need of succession. Priest in Chayach. So what is needed is higher level purification skill. The Noon didn't expect the male lead to know that skill. Change the main character. Hope the Chayach can help him collect 10 information. This obviously makes things difficult for Nyans, people who do not completely try out the male lead, as the male lead need a guide to understand this new world. Now Millie told the Noon to agree. Because he is the male lead, and the Noon is okay at this time. The male lead was relieved. He just needed to know the main information. That is the source of Millie's power. Noon said Millie has the title of astrologer. Can see the future. And the prediction results are very accurate. To prevent Millie from being exploited by bad guys, the Noon kept this information secret and very few people knew. And got help from Winham who grew up here. Because he is the strongest adventurer, so no one dares to toy out Millie. I will help you with the order this time. Buyout before the priest's niece arrived. The male lead went to visit the orphans in the Chayach. Buyout the fox took the spotlight. The main male character and Millie go to the chicken coop to play. This makes the male lead speechless. Millie thinks I have animal ears too. Not lose to that fox. So both silently looked. The fox ran to the male lead's side. It seems like it doesn't like little devils either. Finally, Millie became the winner in the fox's heart. The children ran away scared when they saw the main character. The Noon who came with me said this place will probably close soon. A noble said that when he ascended to power, he would destroy this place. That guy is a money lover. If the priest's niece loses the election, this place will be closed. Millie confirmed to the Noon that the male lead would take care of it. This also reassured the Noon. The male lead said that Millie was right and said it loyally. 10 points. When the Noon came to announce the priest's arrival, the whole group probably slept for 8 hours. This is the priestess Lacia, the Noon said. She seems cute shy. The male lead immediately inherited the purification skills. Buyout whether you learn or not depends on you yourself. The male lead first needs to know where there will be a large number of immortal monsters. The Noon revealed that the Andes Plains is famous for monsters. At this moment Winham suddenly appeared. He became wary of the male lead. The male lead has no other choice. Had to explain to him. Winham unexpectedly tri-ousted the male lead so much. Buyout with Millie's affirmation. I still temporarily tri-oust the male lead. Buyout he still warned. The male led my ouse not reveal these secrets. If you dare to do it, I will use this stick to fyouk your ass. Winham later became a student. Learn a buyout cleansing skills. To learn purification skills, you need to possess a holy gem. Defeat 200 Undead level 150 or higher. Use the system only Koyout's destruction. So I will beat him until he is weak. Then the priestess will pacify the monster. Use dropping the holy gem is extremely difficult. Buyout I already have it. Everyone is thinking why is this GUI so awesome? Winham said he also wanted to help. He doubts the identity of the male lead. When night falls, the male lead plans to go to sleep and leave tomorrow. Buyout Winham suddenly appeared in front of me. Both of them started the contest again. I asked, he answered. Winham asked the male lead, are you the legendary chosen one? The male lead was confused. What the hell is he talking a buyout? That is the secret chosen one. And no one knows a buyout it. It is confidential information, not public like items or monsters. Male lead. I think this guy is talking a buyout reincarnation. Sayupa strong this time. Winham plans to work with Larcia to help her win the election. Buyout he also doesn't like priests very much. The male lead layout. I see this GUI is cold on the outside and hot on the inside. The letter said that Snee Woy would be back in a few days. If you want to go out, remember to let her know in advance so she doesn't have to wait. Also asked Tiara a boy out the male lead QE a lot. It seems like Snee cares a boy out you a lot. In addition, there are attachments in the message. Chorn's out it was a letter of introduction from the Moon
Winham
Temple.
also has one.
The two flashing letters of recommendation appear to be genuine. In the blink of an eye, 3 people arrived at the Endless Plains.
Oh, wrong Andy's Plains.
The male lead gives the priest the Jade Saint. You can't use it either. Thank you. Then 3 people walked at once. At this time some Andys appeared. Suddenly Ryesh towards the 3 of them. The male lead uses the leaf to purify his forehead. Then Korlachi to eat monster. A few more skills appear. Winham uses flash to sout them in half. Next the 2 of them continued to slay auto monsters. Larcher then last skill to complete the mission. After going deeper, a Blyu barrier appeared in front of him. The monster ahead will be stronger, so the association imposed a seal. Winham swipes card and opens barrier. There are 2 in ambush and 3 blocking the way. Winham's plan of attack was the male lead goes to block the monster on the left. Then the male lead left the fox behind and let it carry Licia. Licia is too lazy to joust purify the monster. She was carried by a handsome GUI who was the top of a server. The level of Larcia is increasing. Wait until you learn the purification skill. She might be close to level 150. Winham also hurried back. The bloody monster in his hand makes Larcia fainted on the other side. The princess easily defeated the Undead before him. This time she heard it on the Andes Plains. Many high-level Andes monsters appear. That's why she came here. Thanks to a tribute sword, light sent by the male lead. The Andes are now joust mosquitoes. Right now another Andes is attacking. Snee suddenly appeared and knocked its weapon away. Oh my god, the main male goddess has appeared. After 749 Hoyas of grinding the map, the 150th Undead was finally destroyed. Suddenly a yellow light appeared around. The male lead told everyone not to panic. This is normal. It is a special effect when learning a new skill. How to use the purification skill was transmitted into her mind. Now Chayach Orphanage. Final. Also no longer have to worry a boy out the Chayach being demolished. However, as expected, the unexpected happened. Something is absorbing magic from the monster. The Sire-Woy-ounding monsters were absorbed by and merged, then it falls to the ground like liquid. And gradually formed a monster lord, Giant Bone. Its level is 804, this is too terrible. Lacha is desperate. No Koyantri can resist this boss attack again. She just hoped the barrier here could stop it. Next moment, boss jumps into the sky at the speed of sound. It pounced through the blue barrier protecting this place. Not only that, Now it also pays attention to 3 of them. When the male lead told him to Ryan, he suddenly became like that. They were immediately surrounded by a swarm of monsters. The male lead saw this and decided to fight right away. Nanchin removed the power limit and prepared to fertilize it. For the safety of the town. I can't leave the boss alone. I'm afraid the boss is sad. The male lead asked Winham to help him bring the fox back. The little fox doesn't want to be away from the main character. Out of options, the 2 sides can only divide into 2 groups. The male lead directly paved the way for them. Wait until both of them leave. The little fox also breathed fire and roasted the monsters around. When the skeleton boss comes up. The undead hordes are growing larger. The male lead did not hesitate. Ready to tune on destruction mode. The ultimate skill, Dragon Sky Fire. Now Snee. Feel the familiar power of the male lead. So she immediately flew over to see. At this time, the male lead discovered. Even though he wiped out a bunch of monsters. Its joust mosquitoes because the monsters are fuel on the map now. I miss Snee so much right now. If she were here, she would have a way. Joust said. Green dot coming on screen. The male lead immediately recognized Yo, you fly over there now, what fight? As expected. That's the person he hasn't seen for over 500 years. Joust as the 2 of them were enjoying the moment. The boss is here again to be the iguana in the way. The fox immediately created a barrier. Let 2 people talk. Snee immediately hugged the male lead. Brother Yo, you have nothing to say to me. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm back. Snee is sad and thinks that the male lead will leave her. The male lead is embarrassed by this. Finally, Yao Siley after completing the game. No matter it is AI, their data will be deleted. Snee is not. The little fox was about to faint because he couldn't hold on any longer. At this time, the boss was also in front of me. Even though there is still much to say. Urgent. First of all, send this boss away. He wants to give the boss a gift. Right after that, both raise their hands to chant together. A giant magic circle appear in the sky. Younded the divine light. The whole Younded evaporated gently. The boss saw that and was scared and backed away. Then the male lead flew up and slashed with his sword. Successfully sout the boss's sorrow in half. I didn't expect the boss to be able to speak human language. It craves the power of the male lead. The male lead doesn't understand W8 can talk, and why remembers when he killed the boss in the old game. Despite successfully defeating and help people exit the game. The devil's door suddenly opened by itself. Then he passed out. When he woke up, he was lying on the grassland. Since he defeated the Demon King, the Youndagroin city has disappeared with without a trace. Snee and other supporting characters also learned. Why did their master disappear? Only then did she know that the male lead had finished cleaning up the dark room. Those who should have disappeared still exist. To resolve this everyone started looking for the male lead. The world was in chaos again. Companions then went their separate ways. Snee returned to the Moon Temple and stayed there until now. The male lead is embarrassed and wishes for Snow. Don't call yourself master anymore. Because now she has become an influential person. Call him master in front of others. Sayotakayu sister. So he hoped Snow would call him by his name. Now the main character Joust wants to find a way to log out. And why heard and was sad. She could do nothing. The male lead asked her what she remembered about the game world. Before. She said she remembered everything. Since coming to this land with the main character. She remembers all the memories. She was aware of everything since. The male lead calls the world a death game. Before that memory was like watching a video. So all the people who follow the Soyuz. They all know when a player logs out of the game. They will disappear. Not to disturb the male lead. People just choose to pretend not to know. Furthermore, even though he knows the male lead will choose to fight the Demon King. She asked him if he still remembered that promise. The male lead was silent for a moment. Snee ignored it. And to celebrate their reunion after 500 years, they decided to return to the Moon Temple to celebrate. Before that, Disney asked who that little fox was. Male lead tell her that the little fox is a fox elf. Joust look at. Disney knew this fox was no ordinary fox. Chorn's it Joust grew 2 tails. Not only that, now it can speak human language, and it is a loli. The male lead told him not to talk to other people, otherwise it will be kidnapped. After they left, they discovered a crack in the ground nearby. Last night, after a mysterious cry, a large number of Youndead suddenly appeared. Then a golden light appeared covering the sky. Using the Royanding instantly turned into Dioust. Soon, the soldier who found the main character's sword. They speculated that the cracks in the ground is caused by the sword. Although the owner of the sword is Yunknown, what skills have been used? Buyout, there is a bird on the hilt. Buyout, according to the dossier, the only people who can do this are the high-level humans who have disappeared. Moreover, he is the blacksmith with the highest skill. This sword was Joust forged. Because the higher humans are extinct, so she must find the hero at all costs. Then find a way to marry him. When Winham found the male lead, I am with Snee. Winham was curious about what had just happened. Because Snee never obeyed AI. Why go with the main character? The male lead was a boy out to brag that he had defeated the boss. Buyout Winham doesn't believe. He finally saw it with his own eyes, witnessed the magical power of the male lead. Killing that skeleton is a piece of cake. What he really wanted to ask was who Nam was. The male lead had no choice buyout to confess. You are what people call a high-level human. He is also the owner of C. Winham felt relieved after hearing this. Because in this world there are only high-level humans. So strong. Then when the male lead said goodbye to Winham, he gave the letter to Winham for ease of communication. Then the main character and Snee returned to the Moon Temple. Tira ignored the male lead, she only talked to Snee. After speaking, he realized that the main character was beside him. Snee also said to Tira, the male lead is the master of the Moon Temple. Tira is fucking awesome. Because unexpectedly the owner of the Moon Temple is the male lead. Even Thoyo, the male lead, had told her before. Buyout at that time. Tira Thoyo, the male lead, was talking nonsense, and Tiora also cutely apologized to the male lead because of his previous loss. The male lead said it's okay. Then go make dinner for 3 people. Buyout, this shocked Tiora again. Because these dishes all give off a fragrant smell. Very cool. And the male lead is also calm. Tell a Buyout the origin of these ingredients. After hearing the names of these mythical beasts, Tira was completely speechless. She screamed, if you sell this raw material, it is worth a lot. Buyout, the male lead broiled it to cook. What a waste of not your resources. Buyout, the male lead doesn't feel like it's a waste at all. Because you are the strongest. You can collect 10 and get it right away. Hearing that, Tiora had to drink alcohol to ease the shock. The result is, Tiora was dry out from drinking too much. Disney helped Pyout her to rest first. The male lead also returned to his room to rest. Like the male lead, Joust closed his eyes. Suddenly he felt like something. Press on yourself. At first, the male lead thought it was a little fox. Buyout, the fox is not by his side feeling soft. And a little bit of holy shit. Sneeze Frywit Row is twitching him. Buyout, the male lead controlled himself. Because I saw her tears. It seems like she misses him so much. Just like that, the male lead hugged Snow and slept until morning. Where did Snee go the next morning? Buyout yonder the feet still has a bunch of white hair. He opened his legs and looked. Detect, the fox evolved into human form. The male lead doesn't want to be a child hunter, so he quickly told her to get dressed. Then he introduced the little fox to everyone. Because she evolved into human form. Buyout, neither of them were surprised at all. Joust an extra pair of chopsticks for the meal. And after eating, the male lead also asked a Buyout what happened 500 years ago. I want to see what the little fox knows a Buyout 500 years ago. The little fox said she only remembered sleeping in the Sion. Then suddenly everything fell apart, so, to prevent the Groyand from becoming clouted, she used her own strength to suppress it. Later, baby resting in magic circle in temple. When she woke up again, she saw the male lead. Although there is no significant information, Buyout, I sleep better than Kitian. Then Snee told the male lead to go meet that AI. And this person used to be his friend. Gilet, one of the NPC servants. Hearing this name, the male lead was also surprised. Because the lifespan of a high-level Oros is the longest. Joust 155 Gila probably dead by now. Snee is not Sayora boy out this either. She only knew that Gilead was named after the Bisayut. First generation, after merging the Orc tribes. Different to form the Orc alliance. Then he retreated into hiding and waited for the male lead. Bikayus, now the main character, is back. That's why Sao Snee adjusted the male lead. Go see him. The male lead heard and decided to leave immediately. At the same time, Snee also invited Tira to come along to look after the store. Tira, don't worry a boy out anything. Bikayus of the male lead can put out the store in the bag and take it away. Buy out before that. Disney still has to return to the capital first, to report on the giant Young dead boss. The male lead also plans to visit the Adventures Guild, see if Yoyu get reward for killing the boss. Then Snee left. Buy out the male lead went to the armory and made weapons. Bikayus in the past 500 years, the inventory is almost sold out. So first, he had to restock the Moon Temple. Then after Tira changed clothes, the male lead and she set off. It's great outside, and the weather is great too. Okay, let's go. The male lead was caught by Tira peeking at her breasts. She asked him how her breasts looked. Very eye-catching. Tira said she would tell Snee. He looked at her chest. The male lead is speechless. Tira followed the male lead to the Adventures Guild. She will register as an adventurer there. Is a person who has stayed at home for 100 years and never gone out anything in town. All made her feel extremely surprised. She unconsciously held the male lead's hand and walked around. The male lead asked her where she was going. Tira then remembers that she doesn't know the way. Look at the main man's hand holding her. She suddenly turned her face. After the two of them arrived at the Adventures Guild, receptionist first helped the main character complete the rank increase. Now he is an E-rank adventurer. Chorn's out the Guild has shown what the male lead reported earlier. He not only defeated the high-level skeleton knights, and also destroyed a large number of Andes appeared. Joust one of these tasks. It's a Noyo to make the male lead an S-class adventurer. Buy out afraid other explorers will be jealous, and the rebel Guild decided to slowly raise his rank. At this moment, the receptionist looked at Tira. Suddenly she asked a boy out Tira's identity. And she had a jealous expression on her face. I saw the receptionist kept nagging a boy out him. The male lead was quite annoyed and immediately changed the subject. He told a boy out the destination of this journey, and asked her if there was a suitable assignment. The receptionist took the entrusted book out. Immediately found the task for Yoyu. The content is to escort merchants to Fan. Departure time is 3 p.m. this afternoon, suitable for the main male's destination. So, after helping Tiora register as a G-rank adventurer, both accepted this mandate and before departure, they came to the orphanage to say goodbye to them. The second is to leave them the tools to protect themselves. The male lead added a lot of magic to it. As long as the enemy is not too strong, it is more than enough to protect them. Then they came to a small alley. One last thing to do before departure. That is go back to Moon Temple Piao Temple in Bag. Buy out the thing Tia
Most concerned
is the teleportation gem in the main male hand. Because the magic of teleportation has been passed down for a long time. Not to mention the teleportation stone created by magic. Tira still doesn't believe it. Bikayus, the male lead, said that all Yoyu need is dosium. Can Yoyu create this teleportation stone? Tira then also did not out anymore. Bikayus, he is the male lead. Yoyu are a legendary high-level human. Then the male lead used the teleportation gem, a flash of light. They were standing in front of the Moon Temple. Then the main character used the archive. As the master of the Moon Temple, feel free to carry it with Yoyu. This moon necklace. This is the Moon Temple in miniature. Buy out the main character never expected that. Yoyu Joust paid, which shocked the cow leadership. Best of the kingdom. Joust Bikayus, this is the first time the Moon Temple disappeared. The king knew a boy out this. After the great event 500 years ago, the Temple of the Moon has always stood there. No matter how strong a person is, he cannot break in. This mysterious building has now disappeared. What a strange thing. They fear something terrible will happen. Luckily, the two princesses remained calm. She asked for information a boy out sea. Disney Anime Cam is on its way. Everyone at the last meeting, also feel more comfortable. Wait until afternoon. The male lead has found a carriage to go on a mission. Dragon Man in front and red hair girl. They all look like the male lead. They all accepted this task. All the explorers have come. The old Syaostomer also appeared. Then they officially set off for Fan. On the way they introduced themselves to each other. Dragon Man is a level A adventurer. Occupation is samurai. The red-haired girl next to him is an E-rank adventurer. Profession is boxer. The male lead's profession is also samurai. Is a very rare profession. Then the male lead and the Dragon Man exchange information about the island where samurai was born. They said some things about this island. There is an adventurers guild on the island. It was founded by players in the original game before. Buyout before they could say anything more. The carriage suddenly stopped when Ra had robbers blocking the way. They asked people to vomit money and goods. Buyout, it seems the robber is not going to let them go. And he also said words. Vulgar with the main male team. They intended to keep the red-haired girl alive. To do those things with her. This immediately made the male lead angry. Let me SOS Yoyu Gyois first. Buyout, the thieves were not worried at all. Even Loyuda. Only Tia Ray was hiding behind the carriage. Discovered Ray. The Murderous aura emanating from the male lead's body is different from normal. She really didn't want him to look like a murderer. At the same time, Dragon Brother also pulled out his long sword and threatened the robbers to go away. Buyout, the robbers were not afraid. They also know that Dragon Man is a level A adventurer. The rest are all E and G. The robbers would easily beat them to a pulp. The male lead heard this and also discovered. Because the other side knows their information. In other words, this robbery was premeditated. Joust then Ti-Ra behind shot an arrow. The war between the two sides is a boy out to break oil. Firstly, red-haired Loli beats a Gui with Joust 1 Pyouch. The skill she uses. It's simple, not something an E-rank adventurer can do. Can be done. Then came the Dragon Warrior. Easily sout opponents in half with Joust 1 blow. Finally, the male lead. I will send all these Yaoxiorpas away. The leader was also frightened when he saw this. Apparently they have magic swords. They also have a relatively high level of intelligence. Why is it Sawak a complete failure? At the same time, the magic sword in his hand was also sout off by the male lead. Tell the person who gave Yoyu the information. At this moment, Tiora came to ask the male lead what he was doing. Back to normal for her. As soon as Tiora finished speaking, her face turned red like a steamed shrimp. The male lead's identity seems to have been revealed. To avoid royal attention, Suni came out with a way. Joust needs someone to pretend to be his wife. Joust say, Yo, you are my fiancé. Tia-Ra also wants to be your wife, so the little fox wants to join too. Wait. I can't. Yoyu will be considered a child predator. After dealing with the robbers, everyone continue on the road. He escorted the Triusti to his destination safely. Mission accomplished. 2 groups of people also split up to act. The case this place is still quite a distance from Fan ID. The male lead decided to buy a carriage to continue on the road. After walking around the carriage shop, male, I feel the carriages here are too shabby. So I want to make one for myself. Tira suddenly felt something was wrong. Don't make those ghost cars. Okay? What are you talking about, brother? Stop pretending. Chun's out, she was afraid the male lead would reform. Flying chariot. We are new here anyway. It's better to be a little more discreet. The male lead explained that he Joust made a little adjustment. Joust slightly increased the speed and stability of the carriage. Make the carriage more comfortable. Won't be too exaggerated. Then he picked one. Boss reminder. This carriage cannot be pulled by one horse. Yoyu might prepare some more horses, or contain magical beasts. After completing the purchase procedure, Snee sent internal voice message. The male lead told her about his siren's situation. Snee said, I have finished the kingdom's biasiness. And on the way to everyone, she conveniently brought a magical beast. She is always tame. Everyone find an inn to rest first. Sayani and Namchin, Because they haven't
Talk
seen
to each other
for a long
constantly.
time.
Sayani tells old stories when he was not here.
The great powers wanted to recruit her.
Also caused a stir in the kingdom.
There are many people who have proposed to me. Are you jealous?
Of course.
Then they found an inn to rest. Little Fox Loli is dying of impatience. Because outside the baby is not allowed to talk. Already stayed. Can finally transform into human form. It's a while until dinner time. The male lead begins to maintain his weapon. Suddenly Tiara came. She came to ask a boy out Master Sneeze where a boy out. The male lead said that Snee will come tomorrow. Just in time for dinner. Tiara stayed to eat with them. After dinner, she prepared to go to her room to take a shower and rest. The little fox wanted to take a bath with her. So the baby pulled Tiara into the bathroom. Oh my god, yours is so big, wait, it's so soft. Stop it, forgive me. The male lead was so shocked after hearing this that he lost his soul. She had her eyes on a divine beast. Prepare to bring it home. Let it pull the cart. The next day the male lead went to the carriage shop. Began to renovate the carriage they had purchased. The male lead is indeed a legendary blacksmith. Blink of an eye and it's done. Making the fox and Tiara both stunned. At this time, Snee also brought Theo the divine beast. See the giant monster before your eyes. Even the male lead felt a little surprised. I didn't expect her to bring back a level 751 divine beast. Tiara feels tired like flying.
Oh,
flying.
flying.
Like a huge monster. How to pull a horse cart. Gentle Snowy has already thought of a way. This beast can also shrink. With silent form. Walking on the street will not cause a stir. The little fox is also a divine beast. Sure you'd be able to communicate with it. It will be more convenient. After everything is ready. The main male character is officially on his way. Looking for old friend Gillard. On the way, the little fox and the beast talk to each other. Its name is Kagyoryu. Before, he and his mother together managed Linfong. Then, his mother was killed by adventures. Only it was lucky to survive. Then a little elf girl saved it. What a coincidence. That girl is Tiara. As a child, she saw a wounded puppy on the side of the road. Find it pitiful. So she saved it, seeing the bond between them. Nesmi has transferred the master status of Kagyoryu. Give her night Tiara was fast asleep. She is a true friend of the beast. Behind leaning on a big one in the arms holding a small one. And the male lead next to him, glance, has seen Rus purpose of giving you Kagyoryu of sea. The chaos of the two of them later. Not Sayor to always be by her side. Sure you'd let her be Kagyoryu master. She will be able to summon it out at any time. So that later someone will protect her. If I'm in danger. Yoyu will come to me anytime, right? I also ask Yoyu to protect me. The next day, the male lead and everyone to the border fan ID. There were two people walking towards them from afar. Chorn's out Snee gave Gillard advance notice, so Gillard sent someone to welcome him. After arriving, the male lead was also surprised. I didn't expect Gillard to grow so well. Has its own capital, let me greet the owner. I never thought I would live to see Yoyu again. Long time no see. After 500 years meet again. Giles is very happy. After a brief introduction of each side's people, three old friends found a place to reminisce. Healers and the male lead. We have destroyed hundreds of monsters together. Consider each other the strongest shield. Those days were so much fun. When it comes to the present, the story suddenly became serious. Because Gillard is dying. Not long to live. Probably not for another month. I have been feeling unwell for the past few weeks. After Sumi mentioned the male lead. The more Gillard, the more Sayor. Time in the body seems to have begun to pass. As if waiting for the male lead to come. If this world has gods. Maybe he heard my wish. Gillard wants to fight with the male lead. He wanted to die in battle with. As a warrior. He wants to know. My fangs can fight with the male lead. How strong is the warrior? The male lead also agreed to Gillard's final request. Accept his challenge. Until evening, Gilead specially Soyo everyone to Odysseus this matter. He said he was going to fight the main character and prepare to die in this battle. Because he is a boy out to die. His old friend and the Beast King beside him. Can you understand his mood? Buy out the Deota of the Beast King. Could not accept his leaving like that. Helios explained that we have lived a long time, witnessing compatriots fall. Children passed away. Even their descendants. I also said goodbye to many people. Why do we live so long? Maybe the answer will be clear in a week. I hope you can see it too. Gilead said so. The Deota of the Beast King can only accept. On the other side, the male lead was very emotional. I had a hard time seeing him again. Unexpectedly this situation. Next days. To Gilead Aegeus the best state. The male lead has especially improved. Make his weapon into a divine weapon. Again, use the weapon created by the male lead. Gilead is also very excited. Tomorrow is the big day. He still has one concern. If the male lead finds a way back, will he leave Snee and return to his world? The male lead remembers the days with Snee. Although you're very happy and joyful. Buy out, I don't want to Sassney. Buy out, yo, you still said we will come back. Because that's why we keep fighting till now. The next day they arrived at the duel site. After Gilead finished his funeral instructions, great war breaks out. Gila is also very brave. Face the attack of the male lead. Also not inferior. The fight between the two caused many explosions, leaving the followers in awe. The Beast King did not expect that he would be so strong when he was still there, who witnessed the true power of both. Again said that this is just the beginning. What's next is the good part. Gilead transforms into his final form, comprehensive capacity increase. In the blink of an eye, he was behind the male lead. Buy out the male lead is no pushover either. Immediately block this blow. My ultimate technique wisdom supreme technique. Face Gilead's ultimate. The male lead feels a bit difficile. I didn't expect Gilead to become so strong. Combine skills to create tactics at this level. I don't know how much suffering he had to go through. Looks like I sure you'd give it my all. Ultimate technique sky slash. This is the limit of Gilead. Can hit the male lead with one punch. Consider it as satisfied. Buy out, he knew the male lead had not given his all yet. Before death. He wanted to see the real power of Nam. Unexpectedly strong. The male lead brought Gilead's body back. The first Beast King has passed away. Everyone is very sad. Buy out when I saw the smile on his lips. Before death. Everyone feels at ease. After Gilead's funeral is over. Snee found the male lead sitting alone yonder the moon. She hugged him. She was afraid that the male lead would leave again in Cindy's arms. Finally, the male lead couldn't help buy out burst into tears. Even though I know this is Gilead's wish. Buy out in my heart I am still very sad. By elf identity. Special. Suni and Tiara disjuice themselves as beastmen. Oh right Jin, what do you think? Is it suitable for me? Very suitable for my love. Yo, you want to find Skuad, right? Yo, you go faster. After the male lead attended Gilead's funeral, he met his old NPC teammate again. It is the high-level dragon Swai of the neighboring country. So, he took advantage of his free time to visit him. He was the first Dragon King of Dragon Emperor Kingdom. Although now has severed relations with the royal family. Buy out, he is still a character, have great influence in the country. Meet the main character again after 500 years. White was deeply moved. The male lead is really overjoyed. From now on, I will serve yonder Yoyu again. Churn into a spear that pierces the enemy. This makes the male lead not know what to do. Immediately told him not to do that. Because the main character said so he decided to do it his way. He saucy strange outfit. And a little confusing. This is the hobby of the sow owner. The male lead was speechless after hearing that. Back to the main issue. The male lead plans to go to the Holy Land in the capital. To continue investigation, Long Nan said he had to go back to his country for a trip. Will then reunite with them before leaving. Nan Chin gave him the spirit weapon. Has been strengthened by his. This is the Dragon Man's special weapon. After being strengthened, its overall performance has increased by 50%. After saying goodbye to Long Nan, the male lead decided to take advantage of his free time, go to the local Adventures Guild to receive the quest. He wants to upgrade his Adventure rank. The Goblin Extermination mission ahead looks pretty good. Deota of the Beast Clan Chief. People want to see the Oyut side world. So I went with them under the command of the main character. Everyone clearly assigned tasks. Poor goblins. They were destroyed before they could react. After the male lead handed over the task to her, she received a letter from Bariauk. He is the Guild Master of the Kingdom Adventure Guild, he said before. There is an important person in the kingdom. Want to see Yoyu and hope Yoyu come back soon. TIRA is a bit confusing. W8 Yoyu involved with royal people. The male lead suddenly remembered that he had soloed the Andes. Before that maybe. Because he accidentally knocked away the monster's sword into the palace. Looks like I have to go back and deal with this first. Buyout before that. The male lead has met the Siren Beastman clan leader and gave him Galard's wind weapon. This is also Galard's last words. I hope he will bring this weapon and manage the beast tribe well. After breaking you with them, to save energy, the male lead used the crystal to teleport everyone to the location of the Moon Temple. Before, via radar, show someone is watching around. Disney supposedly these people definitely think Moon Temple will appear here again. Should have guarded day and night. Saying this she suddenly became sad. She was afraid that the male lead would disappear like the Moon Temple. I think a boy out this and suddenly feel yunniousy. The male lead can also understand this feeling. Buyout when will he leave this world? He doesn't know yet. Then they went to the Adventures Guild in the capital and met the two familiar receptionists again. The younger sister Huri to report. The older sister saw next to the male lead. More beautiful girls tease. Seems like a companion. Your girls are all beautiful. I also know many guys. Buyout I never. I saw you talking to AI. Is that the eldest son? Like Winham he is a boy. Hearing the name Winham, the whole group suddenly fell silent. Because he is a person famous for being cold. It's never easy to team up with others. The mystery of the male lead in the guild increases even more. Back to the main issue. The royal people are ready. And Cho invited the main character in. This is the kingdom's magician Arak. The jade jewel that the male lead picked up after killing the monster before. It was him who checked. He explained. Greatsword with blade. That black color flew straight to the capital. And it went straight in Leon's bedroom. Second princess of Barak Kingdom. So it caused Kui to stir. Luckily no one was injured. The material of that sword is very good. Even Psyopus all the swords in the kingdom. The male lead started to sweat profusely. It seems like it can't be hidden anymore. And then the second princess of the kingdom wanted to meet him. Seems because of that sword. She was very interested in the male lead. After retiring to the Moon Temple, the male lead tells everything to Snee and everyone. Snee with his rich experience saw throughout their intentions. Definitely a royal person, had an eye on his talent. He wants to recruit him to work in the capital. Or marry him to a noble of high status. Hearing that, the male lead suddenly did not want to go anymore. And Disney came up with a way. She will pretend to be the male lead's wife. If not in Oyo, you can let Tiora pretend to be one too. Hear that? Yasua also volunteered, and said that she could also be the male lead's wife. Buyout me no, I don't want to be FBI. Fox Baby asked so, you don't mate with Sneasel. Snee blushed after hearing that. The male lead was so fucking shocked. The next day, the male lead arrived at the palace. He met Leon, the second princess of the kingdom. She summoned him because use of the sword matter earlier, and asked him about the situation at that time. The male lead honestly recounted that Skeleton Knight is a very strong opponent. His sword was broken during the fight. Now the princess understood. She is a person with intuitive skills. Since birth her intuition has never been wrong. Moreover, he has a letter of recommendation from C. We have reason to try oust Yoyu. After confirming everything, now it's Jin's biasiness. I want to fight Yoyu. After the challenge, princess and hero to the arena. Buyout, she didn't know that the main character in front is the legendary high-level person. So the princess doesn't find Oyout a boy out this. The male lead deliberately gave in diring the match. Clear, the opponent has many openings in every move. Buyout, he still had to pretend to be surprised. Buyout, this is not Inoyo. Consider Cho at his level. Joust, a normal hit, can also make the princess get Liouch box. So the male lead started his trick. He compressed his already low power index. Continue to compress once more in the body, until the power can be equal to the princess. However, the opponent's strength is not weak. In a state of suppressed power, she almost killed the male lead. Until the end, princess still does not discover the Tryu strength. The real Num Chi. She thought she had met a match. Ikul saw her finally hit the hand. Both the Guard and the male lead breathed a sigh of relief. Chorned Oyout before the male lead has used the light to tribute out Holy Sword into the princess's room. This incident was later investigated by Princess Rai, so she called the main character. The K-use in this choreography when proposing. Men will give women a sword as a gift. If men are promiscuous, will be used by women. That sword's out into 18 pieces. Buyout, this is Joust, the old system of this choreography. However, is the princess of the royal family. Get Sawek a sword. It is obvious that it cannot be ignored easily. The main character's actions. In their eyes, it was like a proposal. If he is not handled properly, he may be considered guilty. Fortunately, the princess also knew that this was just a misunderstanding. Why she called the main character come to solve this problem. She wanted to receive the sword as a gift, not an object. Trials. Then she will give the main character a large sum of money. This way the main character's problem will be solved. And she can also get a divine weapon, beyond national treasure. However, what the princess did not expect was, the male lead refused to accept the money. He just asked access to the National Magic Library. Actually, the princess did not know that Joust need the main character to take 1 gold coin from the basket, also valuable, equivalent to several kingdom coins. In the eyes of the male lead, he does not lack money. Information of this world is what he wants to have the most. 2.5 minutes later, everyone left the arena. Buyout, the Guards at the gate fell to the ground again, and behind is the great minister of this choreography. Male lead instantly realizes that the opponent has been affected by magic. Buyout did not react in time. Both were teleported to another place. When the male lead opened his eyes again, he found himself in a pile of rubble. Fortunately, the princess was also by his side and was not in danger. Not yet come to terms. Snee's panicked voice echoed in his head. Chorn's Oyout right when the male lead disappeared. Snee realized his signal suddenly disappeared. She almost thought he was leaving her again. After the male lead explained the situation, he asked Snee to go to Yoshiyushiro City to catch the person behind it all. The use of both skills, charm and chaos, are both forbidden magic. Humans Joust need to possess the skill of mental intervention, will be captured and executed by the royal family. Moreover, the effective range of this type of skill is not far. This means that the user of the skill is in the palace. More importantly, the moment before the teleportation, the main character realized that the skill user, not human, which is the eternal enemy of mankind, in this world are demons. 2 foxes that the male lid encountered before were monsters, possessed by the devil, and demons are divided into different levels. Closer to human form, the higher their strength and intelligence. And judging from the intricate planning is fascinating. The great minister and the princess teleporter. The demon in the palace is a boy out the rank of an earl. Minimum level 3040400. And Disney took Tiana with her. Let the little girl see how to deal with demons. Before entering they used invisibility magic. Then they brazenly entered the palace. And this time destination is the Youndagroyand prison holding the great Mandarin. SNI first hypnotized the Guards. Then take the key from them. After opening, The person who appeared inside was the great god, Chorn's Oyat Resni, and he is also an old acquaintance. She intends to disarm the Provios minister's abnormal state. Bayat have not had time to demonstrate skills. Suddenly some tentacles appeared from behind and attacked. Bayat, it's all within Snee's prediction. She easily blocked the attack. And their owners also appeared at this time. It is level 423 Hell Demon. Long time no see. High-level spirit abandoned by master. Why are you still on the side of humanity? Why not become Oya companion? And together destroy humanity? If it was Snee before meeting the male lead, hearing these words would definitely make Yoyu angry. Bayat, she didn't explain anything. Joust quietly piaut away the weapon, then draw katana. Sugetsu that the male lead gave her. The demon sees the sword. The fear of peeing in one's pants is back. High-level human Xiao. After dealing with the lame devil, Snee explained this to the king. The death penalty of the minister was also abolished. Next, Theo Snee is preparing to find the main character. It turns out that the place where the male lead was teleported is very far from
conversation.
the capital. They arranged to meet at the fortress city of Bam Miao. Maya speed yup tia ra ryan faster. Go slow, master. You're speeding and you're going to lose 300k now. The male lead did not expect this. The Holy Land he always wanted to go to is where he was accidentally teleported to. And now, it is a city that was destroyed 500 years ago. So the monsters here are very strong. There is no need for a select few, can only be defeated. Luckily the princess still broyot along legendary great sword weapon. The male lead pretended to lay out because he was so fucking strong. He didn't want the princess to know, I have 10 skills. If not, she will definitely cry and ask to marry him immediately. Then to quickly leave the Holy Land. The male lead decided to jump over the wall to find a short side out unexpectedly. Every time he jumped Yoop to the height of the wall, then bounced back to its original position. After a few tries he understood the reason. Very soon after, both found a ball of light. Joust became use of the mechanism of the Holy Land
like
right
a game.
now. This land has become a Dionjin. Myoust go along a certain route, can reach the exit. Once off the planned route, will be forced to return to its original position. Want to leave can only search for the ball of light. To go to the next teleportation point, out to Guard against Yumforacine. The male lead volunteered to score out the way first for the princess. Anyway, the princess's precious body is still more important. Moreover, even if teleported to the monster pile, he also has a way out. Because as long as the princess doesn't see him, you can freely use all your awesome skills. Very quickly the male lead discovered there is a monster ahead. It is a level 500 necromancer. It immediately cast tornado skill. Princess lips scared crazy. The male lead told the princess not to panic. Let me handle this. She just had to lay out a fuel force attack on it. Then the male lead used a move to neutralize the tornado. The princess took the opportunity to swing her great sword down, seriously injure monsters. Final. The male lead added another blow to destroy it completely. The princess still paid attention to the main character's weapon. I didn't expect Yoyu to hide such a good thing. The male lead said this tree was left by his great-grandfather. The princess looked more and more satisfied. She said she likes Yoyu. The male lead is really helpless. Not being able to use skills at will is annoying. Have princess by your side, like going to the internet with Oyat parents. Then the two met a mutant slime. Princess underestimated her and charged straight Yoop. Unexpectedly the attack was ineffective. Still entangled by tentacles. Moreover, Slime's Mucius also has corrosive effects. The male lead had no choice to quickly take action. Then Beal ship all kinds of things to hide his ability. The case this child is very smart. Don't let it live long. No matter how strong the monster is. Yojoust need one move to pout it on the altar. The princess also helps by eating the monster. Then the princess discovered The male lead has not dared to look straight at me since a while ago. She doesn't know that the clothes she's wearing are a boy out to melt. Seeing that, the male lead gave his shirt to the princess. The princess felt the clothes were a bit tight. Then it is really tight. Because the princess has no strong magical skills, so the male lead secretly contacted Suni. Asked, sure you'd I lend the princess magic to buy me a room.
No, if it was normal, she would definitely stop it.
Buyout now can only be considered as a self-defense misiawa. Later, Princess tried and added fire element to the great sword.
Easily sout stone like Sayouting Fryo it.
Buyout the only downside to this skill is
only able to add magic to weapons.
legend level.
The princess felt very embarrassed. Anyway, this sword is hers and the main character's.
Donate. Constantly receiving help made her very embarrassed.
The main character doesn't care. If you really want to repay,
Joust protect the Koyountry and the people.
That is his only wish.
The male lead is Sawak, a terrible liar, and then when preparing to take the princess away from here,
he suddenly felt a little strange. As if he was a boy out to be Sayouked in by something.
Buyout the princess felt nothing. At the same time, a monster egg appeared at the exit. That is definitely not an ordinary monster. Add to that the strange feeling Joust now. Like some force doesn't want them to leave. Very quickly the monster in the egg broke Oi out of its shell.
Saw it was a white lion. The male lead feels unwell, so he directly carried the princess and ran away.
The monster immediately attacked. Two people decided to split you and attack.
I will attack forward.
Princess then took the opportunity behind. Buyout Joust flap your wings.
The princess wanted to breathe oxygen. Immediately the male lead breathed fire.
One hit slashed the monster like Sayouting banana.
I thought the monster was on the altar.
Buyout unexpectedly its head immediately recovered. Reluctantly both can only temporarily retreat. Then the male lead asked the princess. Find the gate opener nearby.
He is in charge.
Confront it head-on to attract its attention. Make use of this one's unusual regenerative ability. Maybe it is a monster, born of magic. Nearby there may have been a spell card.
The wizard can make it regenerate infinitely.
So the male lead jawage that. The most likely is the gate switch device. Buyout what the princess didn't know was.
There is no magic here. His purpose was to chase her away, so he can fight with all his might.
Buyout no matter how much the male lead chopped at Yoop, still can't stop this monster from regenerating. In a flash, the male lead killed it 10 times in a row. Buyout still can't kill it completely. Now it has activated its ultimate. The male lead saw a white ball. It is cheap and gives off a strong Psyoction force. Even the main character's attack. Also Sayouked in. Although knowing that charging is very dangerous. Buyout the male lead decided to bet a fan. He churned a bunch of pens on his body. Disable its skill forever.
Right away.
Yoyu sout off the monster's wings so it can't fly away.
Angry he intended to freeze the male lead.
Buyout did not have time to do anything.
Then Yoyu sent it to the cemetery.
Then the main character decided to go to Ban Miao to reunite with Suni. Suni knows that the male lead has left the Holy Land and have to camp with the princess tonight.
Suni as his wife.
Although he said he was not angry. Buyout inside she is jealous like crazy. Buyout when a girl is upset. Everyone knows. She said let's go, Inoyo rest. At the same time in another place. After this incident, the princess's sympathy for the male lead skyrocketed. She wants to recruit him to be her son-in-law. The male lead was so scared he almost fainted.
And she thought she was so sexy.
So crazy, Yoyu. Buyout she didn't hate the male lead's reaction. Became use of royalty. She hardly meets anyone who talks frankly. Like Yoyu, even families find it difficult to get together. So, she really likes being with people like Nam Chin. The main character is not afraid. If it's Joust chatting then it's okay. Who would have thought the princess? Would directly stick to him. The male lead is too honest. Buyout the princess is so ugly. How can she be as ugly as Yoyu in the 10th until morning? At this time, he discovered that the monsters were moving in packs. And the direction of the monsters' movement is the cat. After discovering the traces of the monsters, the male lead also announced to the town's association. With your strength, you can handle it yourself. Buyout because the princess of the kingdom is also by his side. Hit her once and she will force Yoyu to marry her. And right here, he met his old teammate NPC in the game. After it tells the situation of the last 500 years, the male lead Joust found out that Suni has been hiding
the comrades
herself.
who died before.
Still alive here. More importantly, A very important person to the male lead, probably also living in this world. Then the male lead also reunited with Suni. He never exposed Suni's cover Yup. Buyout prepared to deal with the monsters first, and then decide to prepare for tonight's attack. He specially modified his Saost weapon. The town Skoyout team also confirmed the horde of monsters. Some of them are even at the elite level. Buyout, they are not the leading demons. Everyone noticed the abnormality of this attack. Buyout, the main character, did not panic. First, to let Suni unleash magic over a wide area. Immediately a series of giant lightning bolts fell down. Countless monsters died under this move, as power fuel as a bomber. Buyout, even so, a large number of monsters still rushed forward, and Suni also discovered something strange. Even Thoyo, she still has abundant magic power, also cannot continuously use the magic joust now. Tell Rai he's on cooldown, Grandma. So the male lead also decided to take action. He took out his Rai weapon and launched an attack. In the moment, each demon was burned to ashes. Buyout to hide the real strength. I just hit it as a sample. Buyout let the princess show. When she was a boy out to take action, a magic ball flew to the monsters. It's stronger than the main character. It churns out. Tina did it. On her hand is a weapon that the male lead has modified. I didn't expect it to be so crazy strong. Soon the princess also joined the fight. Her status raised the morale of the soldiers. Buyout, the princess has not shown much, then the elite monster hindered their attack. In the moment the princess was stopped by it. Tina saw that and decided to help. Buyout, unexpectedly, the last attack drained all my magic power. Fortunately, in a critical moment, the male lead's best friend suddenly appeared. At the same time, the Noon also went here. She immediately restored Tina's magic power. Under the coordination of several people, the human side gradually gained the upper hand. And why Kia is here? Bikayu's cat ears foretold that the male lead is in danger, so she asked him for help. Who knows, the main character doesn't need their help. Saw the Skoyout team was in danger. The male lead immediately put on his fancy clothes. Wear this outfit, and you can party with without fear of being discovered. And the side in his hand is a Saost weapon. I will let Yo-Yu Gyois taste my VIP goods. Everyone looked and was scared. Who is this guy? Right now, the magic monster appeared. It immediately launched the mental attack. The soldiers immediately collapsed. Buyout for Nam, it has no effect at all. Right after that, the male lead immediately removed the power limit on his body. 1/ easily destroyed it. After dealing with these little monsters, the male lead also did not expect his kicks to be so strong. After this war, the Lord specially organized a party. As the biggest helper this time, the male lead and everyone are also invited here. Looking at the male lead with 4 boxes of milk makes anyone jealous. Even the princes of the kingdom, also increasingly interested in the male lead. Suni said he was very good at coming home to her. And after the party, the male lead went to Suni, who had left alone. And she also took the initiative to say the reason. Why did she hide it from the male lead? Turns out the male lead also has a girlfriend in the real world. Buyout and Stayok in this game like the main character. Buyout locally. That kid has been sleeping in the game for a long time. Buyout Suni still worries, what if she is still alive? Maybe Bikayu's of jealousy. Buyout Suni did not dare to tell the main character this news. And in her heart she also blamed herself. It was only now that she made everything clear. Buyout, the male lead, did not blame Suni. He hugged her. For this woman who has waited for me for 500 years. Now I only love Suni. Hearing that, Suni immediately rushed over and kissed him. She said she won't leave Yo-Yu alone anymore. No matter what. So the journey to find friends 500 years ago continued. Is there anything that can stop the power of the male lead? Thanks for watching Vi. Remember to follow to see more interesting videos. And now see Yo-Yu in the next video.